Welcome to the Emily and Michael show. My name is Emily.
And I'm Michael. Surprise.
So today we're talking about foreplay that forgot.
We wanted to talk about foreplay that probably starts in the kitchen. For you, might be not. We put it a question mark behind the show title because we want to discuss it a little bit.
Yeah. So why does foreplay begin in the kitchen?
Well, a couple of months, maybe even years ago, I read a book by Dr. Kevin Lehman, and the title was Sex Begins in the Kitchen. I thought, hey, juicy title, really good. But the book, how to say that? It was based on a relationship model where there's exactly one man, one woman, which have clear roles. The woman is in the kitchen and doing the household. The man is earning the money. And he will come home and he's a lazy bum. He doesn't help her. That was the basis of the book. And I think we, and pretty much most of the people that we know, they have a bit more advanced kind of relationships. So I didn't take too much out of the book. There's still some useful information. I will probably put a link into the show notes at emilyandmichael.tv/show. It's probably still worth reading. But we were not taking anything out of it. However, then this week we had a couple of parties. That's also why my voice is a little bit coarse. Too much partying. With our very good friends, not swinger parties, not sex parties, just regular parties. And the two of us, we were discussing how we think that a couple of these couples which are there, they will go home and have certainly fun with each other, while others will probably go home and most certainly they will not have fun with each other. Which doesn't mean anything. It's just our assumption. But we wanted to find out what are the signs that we read, and there we came back to this book and to the theories and so on. And unlike the book, we defined it's basically the flirting. Some couples, they are flirting with each other, and that is a kind of foreplay for the things which will come. And others are not. They are not connected, so they will most probably, not come home and have fun with each other. So it's not really the kind of thing preparing for sex. I mean, they don't make themselves wet or whatever. It's more about the sexiness.
So then what is the difference between preparing for sex and sexiness?
Yeah, the foreplay that really prepares for sex, that is the kind of thing which then happens in bed or wherever, and where you physically arouse your partner. It's physical arousal. It's me making you wet, you making me hard. That is the foreplay which prepares for sex. What we were talking about was the foreplay for sexiness, which is a kind of psychological arousal. It's I think we all, well, maybe most of us heard the saying, the woman's sexual organ is her brain. And I believe that. And I think for men, it's not so super different.
Okay.
I think we want to be warmed up. We want to be prepared. We want to be looking forward to something. We want to flirt and get us started, get us warmed up and get to know, later on there will be something happening and it will be fun and so on. So it's not different.
So how does it look like?
Yeah, well, how it looks like, we had a lot of examples, but I would say it's very different between the different relationships, the different couples. And a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the various love languages. So everybody of us is understanding other signs as to somebody is loving me. And I think with sexiness, it's the same thing. Sexiness is a little bit different for everybody. So I would say you have to give your partner a taste of a lot of different things and then just find out what works. The best thing is you ask your partner straight away, what is sexy for you? What can I do? Or what did I do? What is sexy for you? And let's do that right now. So for example, for you, what is sexy for you? What do you like during the day?
I like hugging, kissing my neck. Yeah.
Very sensitive.
Yeah. And when I touch your penis through trousers, so then I feel it moves.
Okay.
So how can you do that? It's pumping when I touch him through trousers. I can feel his pumping.
Yeah. I think this is one good trick for foreplay for the guys. If your woman is feeling your best friend is pumping, because it works for you. It gives you the signal, you touch it, and it tells you, hey, I'm hot for you, and I will move, and Yeah. So that is, I think it's an awesome example for this kind of foreplay, and it's something that we can do in public because nobody will notice. Yeah, when you touch me with whatever part of your body, nobody notices, and nobody notices my cock moving because it moves by a millimeter. So it doesn't look like that. It's done just I close my PC muscle, and that is the exercise that probably everybody hears everywhere when it is about how can you improve your sex life, how can you improve your stamina. Then we guys always get the tip, hey, you have to train your PC muscle.
Okay.
I think women get the same tip over and over again, right? It's a kind of cliche, but sometimes cliches are right and they really work.
Yeah, it works.
So a lot of years ago, I started training my PC muscle. Just when I went to toilet, when peeing, just pee and hold it, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. So I'm cringing the muscle very hard then, and that trained it. And this is how I now can stop or let go of the blood flow. This is what you then perceive as pumping.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of men will actually do that because we all get this tip. Train your PC muscle.
Then what kind of foreplay that works for you?
For me, French kissing is working very good. It's hot. Or what also works well is, for example, when you are nude, or let's say dressed very provocative in situations when you shouldn't be.
Okay.
This is like for example, you pick me up from work, you come with the car and pick me up over there, and I get into the car and see you are basically nude.
And coat.
Under probably some coat, but very nude, and it gives me such a sexy signal. The people following me, my photography advice on Snapchat, you have probably seen that a couple of days ago when I came home and then you were gardening over here, but nude, and I made a Snapchat photo and said, hey, today seems to be nude gardening day.
Okay.
That is a sexy signal, and what's special about that is actually a kind of surprise, but it's one of the few surprises that work for me because it doesn't force me. It doesn't mean, hey, we have to do sex right now. It's just a nice signal because strangely enough, you read everywhere that you have to surprise your partner. For example, in terms of foreplay, you have to come up with something unexpected, new, and then get with him to great sex and so on. And the strange thing about me, probably it's not so strange, is I don't really like surprises in that respect. I want to be warmed up before. I want to know what's coming. Yeah, I don't know how it is for you. How do you like surprises when it comes to sex?
No, I hate it. I hate surprises.
Okay.
I can recall one time I had a boyfriend, then came showing up in my door with a bunch of flowers, and unexpected. Then
surprise.
Yeah, I didn't let him in because I was sick and looking like shit. I really don't want to see him in that situation. We're not in the stage like I'm really comfortable.
The early stage.
It's really early stage.
Yeah.
And I'm not comfortable showing him. I'm looking like shit.
I mean, it sounds like this poster situation for, yes, you have to surprise your woman with flowers and so on, and did it in the end?
Sometimes it's
And in
good,
bread?
but no way. I didn't let him in.
You didn't let him in. Oh my goodness. Not a good way to surprise you.
No, not really.
Yeah.
So, can you explain? No.
Yeah.
No.
I will explain everything to you.
Would you know how to surprise me?
I would know how to surprise you. We're married for 10 years, so I know a thing or two about you. I would only do it when I really know in what mood you are and what happened before, what is the context, meaning if we are together the whole day, then I have a feeling like, hey, I now could do this and that will surprise her and she will like it. But I wouldn't surprise you, and I don't have this ideas how to surprise you when we are not so connected, saying, let's say you're coming from work, you're coming home, or I'm coming home.
Yeah.
In that situation, I wouldn't do any surprises. I would do the things which always work, like, for example, kissing your neck, cuddling, and so on. Just the things where I know that will make a good mood, no matter what.
So can you explain how foreplay affects the relationship?
Yeah.
The mood, the relationship.
The mood, yeah.
Yeah.
The mood is a pretty direct thing. When we are focusing on good things, on nice things, then our mood goes up, then it's fine. Then we're loving our partner. When we are focusing on bad things, on shortcomings of our partner or whatever, then it's very easy to get sad or to get angry or something. And we just said, this kind of foreplay is a flirt. It's flirting with your partner constantly. And it's very, very tough to have harsh feelings for somebody I'm flirting with. So the mood is automatically good, and that affects the relationship. Yeah, we are flirting, we're in a good mood.
Yeah.
It just keeps us away from the unnecessary anger or disappointment, which really is about nothing.
So in the beginning, we talked about kitchen.
Yeah.
Then let's wrap it up in the kitchen. So
Yeah, you're Chinese, you're all about food.
good food.
Okay.
So is there a recipe for great foreplay during the day?
Well, I believe there is a general recipe, but not a particular one. I think recipes are really good when you produce food with them that you actually like. But I could have the greatest recipe for spare ribs of all time, really excellent spare ribs, so great. But if you don't like spare ribs, or if you are vegetarian, it doesn't bring us anything. So I think it's important to find out a couple of things. And I would say the recipe is the what, the how, and the when. The what being what we just talked about. Find out what is sexy for your partner. Yeah. Throw a lot against the wall. Try out a lot of things and ask your partner, what was sexy for you? What did feel sexy? What did, get you going? So you find out the what. Asking communication is anyway always good. Then the how, and how do you implement that? And there I would probably distinguish between women and men. Yeah. So boys, for example, I would say when it comes to the how you kiss your girl and so on, hold your horses. It's not a race. Yeah, you don't have to make her really wet during the day or whatever. It's more like striking her with a feather. Gentle and often really goes a long way for women. Yeah, hurrying through it, muscling through it, doesn't, And I would say for the girls, exactly the opposite. So if you think that is the right intensity, double it up.
Okay.
Don't expect your man to be as sensually receptive as you are. Probably you try something and stroke him and think that is really good, and he doesn't even notice. Because we men are not, I mean, you do it very well. I mean, the examples that we had, if you pick me up from work and you're essentially naked in the car, that's already like a man's fantasy.
Okay.
So would I do exactly the same the other way around? Probably not. Right? So there I would distinguish and say, find out. And then the when, the last thing, it's about finding out the right frequency. If you don't know, just start by doing one nice thing per hour as long as you're together with your partner, and then see from there, is it too much for him or her, or even too little? Can you do more? Yeah, and sprinkling in the whole flirty things throughout the whole day, it just feels good. And I would also give the tip, don't be afraid to do the same thing over and over again. Don't think you have to come up with something new every hour, every time, and then you don't do it because you didn't come up with some clever thing. You don't have to. I mean, do the things which work for your partner, and if they work, you can do them very often. I mean, can I kiss your neck too often? Is
No.
No.
It's always good.
It's always good, right? So yeah, once you found out what is good, just do it over and over again. That would be my recipe, if you wish so. That is the kitchen thingy.
Thank you for sharing your recipe. And also thank you not only helping in the kitchen, also kissing in the kitchen.
See guys, it pays off to help in the kitchen. It's not only making good mood, you get more chances to kiss your lady. So with that said, yeah, if you want to know more about us or want to see the show notes or other podcast episodes, go to emilyandmichael.tv/show. If you've got any feedback for us, if we did it good or if we did it bad or whatever, post it in the comments. We love feedback. And if you've got a topic, then we can probably pick it up in one of the future live streams when we go live again. Maybe next Sunday if we can make it. And yeah, until then, I would say have fun with your fellow people.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.